Hello, guys. Hey, Plexus. It's Celeste Gwynn here. I'm here with my best friend, Jenn Hawkins. Say hi, Jenn.
Hi, guys.
And we are so excited to be kicking off this fun series called the 12 Days of Our Plexus Christmas. And, we just feel like we wanted to come with you guys and just engage you in December and not necessarily talk about the products that we know are amazing, not necessarily talk about the comp plan that we also know is amazing. Both of those things have absolutely changed our lives, but we just want to talk about the blessing and what this has meant to us personally and what it has meant to us being able to kind of impact our network and impact the world actually ultimately. And just kind of how we got started. It's a big blessing, obviously, to get to do this with you, Jenn.
Mm-hmm. Same. I love it. It's one of my favorite parts.
Ew. Tell them how eager I was to join you.
Yeah, this is great. Okay, so when I joined almost 5 years ago, I put it out there, and Celeste, being one of my best friends, she's like, okay, yes, I want to support you. I want to take your products. And so she was always asking me, what's my link? Because she was sending me people. And I'm like, okay, because she's my best friend, I can say, okay, you're an idiot. I'd be like, this can be your link in like 5 minutes. Stop being an idiot. It can be your link, like over and over and over. So finally, 8 months in or so, she's my customer, and got her, and she's like, I think I'm pretty tapped out. So I sent you everybody I know that's interested. And then we all know what happened after that. To the top earner and the top of the company like that. So, but it's just been so fun because before Plexus, I mean, we got to see each other maybe every other year or so. Mm-hmm. And now it's multiple times a year. And that time we get to spend together is just so precious to do it alongside her. And then a couple of other of our really best friends from college. So
I think that is definitely a huge blessing to get to do this with friends. I mean, who gets to work every day on something that they believe in, that they're passionate about, but then to also say, and I want to do it with you and you and you, and you guys are all my best friends. Let's do this together.
Yeah, and be able to go to Hawaii and fun places and experiences you'd never would even have been able to pay for if you had all the money in the world. We've gotten to experience. That's been pretty cool.
Yeah, it has. It's definitely a blessing to get to do this together. But I also just think we would be remiss if we didn't also talk about the impact we've been able to have in our community and on the world because of this amazing comp plan, right? They reward us quite well for working really hard and sharing something that we love. And a couple of the things that I've been able to do just to talk about the blessing that it's been. I mean, like you hear about these people that are changing the world, and it's celebrities, and it's people that you're like, oh yes, of course Angelina Jolie can do that. She's Angelina Jolie. Celeste Gwynn lives in small town Anna, Texas. She doesn't have the resources, the abilities, or the capability to change the world. And through this Plexus business and through the paycheck, we've been able to do things like drill a water well in Africa, with lots of help from other ambassadors, by the way. Go on mission trips and take our kids on mission trips all over the world and show them how to hands-on make an impact. So not just financially, but actually get them on the ground in countries like Africa and Vietnam where they truly, truly get to serve and give back. This year, we built a medical clinic, and it's the most beautiful building in all of, I want to say Kenya, but I'll say Mpupani, a little village. It's gorgeous. And just this week even, I've reached out to my fellow Plexus ambassadors and network marketing ambassadors, and in 4 days, we've been able to raise $22,000 towards furnishing this. Y'all, Plexus people have big hearts. We're givers. But we're doing things that we literally never dreamt of. We'd hoped and dreamt of, actually. Our bucket was like this big, and I said it at convention. I'll say it again. Now my bucket's, the size of that whole arena. But we're able to do things that we're just like, holy moly, real people don't do that, and we're doing it. I mean, and our kids are getting to model that. They're getting to see us make money, give away money, make money, change somebody's life, make money, bless somebody else, right? it's crazy to be a part of a church plant here in McKinney, Texas. You know, we were one of the original families of a church called Anchor Church, and we've been able to be huge part in that. It's expensive to start a church, right? But to be able to do that, it's crazy that God is using us. Like, we're just simple, stay-at-home mama, you know, hardworking former military dad that worked hard our whole lives, and now we're able to be able to do this. It's mind-blowing. And speaking of that military man, I know you've got one of those too, Jen. It's been really cool to take pressure off my husband. He's worked really hard our whole marriage. I've been a stay-at-home mom, and that's probably one of the biggest blessings, is to be able to take some pressure off that man that I love so much, and watch him get to be a better dad because he's not stressed out. Watch him get to be a more in tune dad because he gets to go to every soccer game, every football game. Picking up my kids from school right now so that I'm here to do this. But just to be able to give that back to him, I mean, it blows my mind.
Yeah, I totally can relate to that. And my husband, you know, also in the military, but he has been able to walk away from his full-time job. And so we can work this business together because he can see that truly the impact that we will make in the short time that we're here on earth is going to be through pouring into our children, our small children. We have 3 small children, and this Plexus business, because of that amazing generous comp plan, what that can bring in, the impact that we can turn around and make, not just for our own family for generations to come, but for impact across the world and in our own communities. And when you can change a life in your community and across the world, you will also change lives for generations to come. So he has seen that this is where we're going to leave our legacy, is through our children and through this Plexus business. So he has been able to walk away from his traditional job completely, and we do this together. And that time freedom, that time that we have together and as a family, is so precious. But like Celeste was talking about the giving, I've always been a giver. Celeste said Plexus people are givers, and maybe that was why, like, I'm in the right place, because I've always been a giver. And I think that when you know, you can be faithful with little, God will bless you with more, because you can then do more. And so this has just been so fun to be able to give and bless people beyond our wildest dreams, to meet needs in the community that, you know, someone needs something and you're like, even anonymously, we can meet that need. We can fill that gap for people. My mom was a single mom for many years. So single parents have a tug on my heart. The other thing that has a real tug on my heart is the sex trafficking trade. And I've been able to join up with other Plexus ambassadors, and we have been able to build a second home for youth in Thailand for these youth that have been victimized by the sex trafficking trade. And that's the kind of cause that will wake me up in the morning, that it brings me to my knees to want to do something, because it just breaks your heart to see some of that stuff happening. And before Plexus, you know, I would have been able to, we lived in Denver, and I would have been able to volunteer my time. And that's about all that we would have been able to give to that kind of cause. But now, being able to give abundantly, we are able to really make such a bigger impact through the blessings of Plexus.
Don't you feel like that resonates with our whole company, because it comes from our president down with the, if you're blessed, be a blessing. That's what Alec Clark says from the stage every time he gets up there.
Every time. Yeah. It just like seeps through all of us that is, it's kind of, it's our brand. It's who we are.
Yeah.
And so if you're a giver, and if you love to give and bless other people, then consider that this could be bigger than yourself, bigger than that small need that might be for you to help make ends meet. But this could be bigger than that God could bless you so abundantly that you could make an impact in your community that would be an impact for generations to come, that you could make an impact for people across the globe that could change lives for generations to come. So we would love to have you on this journey with us, and to think bigger, to dream bigger, and that we can all make a bigger difference for the kingdom and for people, and love people, and provide those needs, and stand in the gap and be the hands and feet of Jesus. And that's what we get to do in a big, big way through Plexus. So we're very thankful. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Look forward to the next 11 days of the 12 days of our Plexus Christmas.